running around. There's a guy on YouTube, Kyle Boy or something like that. Forgive me for not remembering your name, I'm bad with names. But he put a front motor, direct drive motor, on his RadRunner Plus. And so it's something I've been looking into. He bought a kit, but the kit he got is like $1,000 for the motor, the battery, controller, throttle, the whole 9 yards. But I already got 2 batteries. I really don't want to buy a third for no reason. But it's also one of those things is I don't want to get a second motor just for a little bit more speed or a lot more speed. Depends on, of course, on how fast it is, but more speed. But then you're going to kill their range because you're using twice as much. Twice as much juice as you did before. I don't know. I think I've just got the itch to mod, and I'm coming down to the last bit that I can mod on this thing. The last thing I could really think of was the seat, which, like I said, I've been looking into other seats besides what Rad gets, and it seems like there's so many moped style e-bikes out there that have a long seat, like the Super 73 and the Aerial Rider, but they either don't sell the seat for way too much, like I think Huck has a seat for $250. Excuse me, nice if it's leather, but geez, that was more than my motor, my 1,000-watt motor that I bought. I guess I'm just cheap. Here I'm complaining about the cost of brakes, I'm complaining about the cost of seats. Also looking into what was I looking into? Shoot, I don't know, my mind just went blank. A thumb throttle instead of the half twist grip throttle, but that's more of a preference. More of a preference than a necessity. Other than that, I'm pretty happy with the way my bike is right now. I've been getting the itch and the twitch of a different e-bike. Like you look at those videos of people online that have YouTube channels and they have like 6 e-bikes like Shreddy and Dylan, and he's got a Sur-Ron, which I had mixed feelings about Sur-Rons when they first came out, because all I saw online was videos of 12-year-olds tearing up the streets in Sur-Rons, doing wheelies, and then when they get pulled over, they tell the cop that it's a Class 2 e-bike, when they know damn well it's not a Class 2 e-bike. They can go up to 60 miles per hour, and they're like, oh yeah, this is the same thing as a RadRunner. Obviously not. So I've been just getting the itch of getting something for like off-roading, or just something that's just gonna, you know, blow the doors off of it. But I don't know. I think it's just one of those things of like, you want what you can't have, because there's no way I can afford a, what are they at right now, like $4,500 Sur-Ron. But geez, now that I think about it, I'm so far behind in videos. Like, I'm releasing videos from February right now, and it's April 5th. Because I went on long rides. Like, I'll go for a 2-hour ride, and instead of releasing a 2-hour long video, instead of having a 2-hour long video, I'll break it up into like 4 parts so you don't get bored. Since I don't think most people like to watch hour-long YouTube videos, hour-plus long YouTube videos. I do. I've always been one to watch long videos, and well, if it has content. Man, these tires are so quiet. I have to look down sometimes just to make sure they're still working. Almost 14 miles so far. Probably be about 16, 17 miles by the time I get back. That's free. Don't have to hit the crosswalk, just go across. But I can tell I've been getting the urge to go back to the Sur-Ron thing to get something faster, because when I'm driving now, when I first got my e-bike, I drive my car and my head would be on a swivel looking at other bikes thinking, oh, is that an e-bike? And I hear that's a common thing. Once you get an e-bike, you're like, oh, is that an e-bike? What e-bike is that? Oh, what kind is that? Looking at the down tube for a battery and looking at the rear hub for a rear wheel for a hub. Pardon me. And so I've been doing that for months, and I still do it. You know, you're out riding around and you say, oh my gosh, that's a RadRunner. And you're like, oh man. You go down the same street and you're like, oh, I wonder if that guy with the RadRunner is going to be around here. Up and down this bike lane. Well, one time I ran into a group of riders, like 4 of them, all had Rad Power bikes. I thought that was super cool. And I stopped and talked to them, and he said there were about 6 of them total that they got a husband and a wife couple got RadRunners no, Rad Cities, I think they had, and loved them. And so their friends got their friends to get Rads, and then now they got some other friends to get Rads, and now they're working on the 2 more of them to get 8 total to get Rads, because they love riding. They're older, not too old, but you know, of that age where their knees might be hurting them, so regular pedal bike isn't exactly feasible. Which is funny, because they call it like the e-bike grin. But once you get on an e-bike and ride it, you love it and you want your own. So it seems to be that way. But back to where I was saying, I'll go off on a tangent. I was starting to look around, and now I've been looking at motorcycles. Now that on my rides or drives, as well as just e-bikes. I don't want a motorcycle, but it's one of those things that it's cool. How you doing? But seems to be like the natural progression of things. Super 73 just recently announced that they're doing like a electric motorcycle, a street motorcycle, and the same kind of thing of like those small, not quite as large as a big motorcycle, but not small like a Super 73 or an Onyx. That's like more of like an e-moped than an e-motorcycle, even though they get up to like 60, and so I still think of them like e-mopeds. And that's kind of cool. They brought, I'm not sure if they flew in on Super 73's dime or if they went in themselves, but a few of the bigger YouTubers, as I mentioned before, came into Super 73's new headquarters and checked it out, and it looks pretty sweet. It's supposed to get up to 75 plus miles per hour, hopefully around 100 plus miles of range. But it's going to be a full-fledged, well, not full-fledged, but you know, close to it, full-fledged motorcycle where you need a license and a license plate and insurance to ride it, versus what we have now is kind of a don't tell nobody that my Sur-Ron goes 60, and if I get pulled over I'll tell them it goes 20. Well, like I said, I think it's like on the natural progression of things, of like, at least for me, I got an e-bike that goes that goes 20 miles per hour. And so what did I want to do? I unlocked it to go 25 miles per hour, even though Rad tells you not to. And then once it went 25 miles per hour, I'm thinking, how can I get this thing up to 30? So I bought a new motor, and now that I have a new motor, I'm looking like, oh, I wonder if I can get this thing past 30, which, in all honesty, with my weight, I can't even get up to 30 on this thing yet. I'm kind of a bigger guy, so I can get up to about 28 on a flat road. I'm going to show you guys this house. Oh, there it is. Check this out. Guy must do metalworking or something. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's see if I can burn out. Nope. Probably have to disconnect the brake cutoffs for me to do that. What is that? But yeah, I think that's pretty awesome. Like, it's kind of cool houses around this area. I already made a video about the Disney house, which is pretty cool. Had a bunch of Disney characters painted on the outside of their house and on the sidewalks, everything. If you haven't seen it already, I suggest you check it out, of course. And then that one has those dragons and alligator up front. Still have to adjust the settings on this 35 amp controller. So you can tell it's not updating my speed because it goes up. It gets stuck. Like I'll accelerate and it'll go up to like 24 miles per hour and then it just sticks there. And I know I'm going faster than 24 miles per hour, but it'll go so like 24.6, and it'll stick at 24.6 no matter how much I pedal. And then I let go of the throttle, and then it'll jump up to 26, 27. I don't know. But yeah, enough of me rambling. Yeah, like I said before, like 20 minutes ago, I appreciate everybody who's been watching videos. Hit the like button. That's one of those things you don't realize that's so expensive. It's so important to the YouTube algorithm on likes on videos. And now I'm kind of like OCD with it. If I watch somebody's video and I like it, I'll hit the like button, just because it's one of those things that you know that's super important. So important that you don't even realize it until you're like making YouTube videos. Like I was teaching a class once, and it's one of those things of like when you're in the class and you're doing studies and you ask somebody to read and nobody wants to read, and you ask questions and nobody wants to answer questions. It's one of those things of like you don't realize how important it is until you're the one sitting up there blowing in the wind waiting for somebody to respond. It's kind of the same thing with like YouTube's. Like if I click on a video, it's kind of crazy, but I'll click on a video and be like, okay, I see what this guy's doing. I enjoy it at least enough to watch a few minutes of it. I'll click the like button. So I've probably gone on too long about the like button. I'm trying to be one of those people that's like, hey, smash that like button, hit the notification bell. I don't have a notification bell on any of these videos or any of the people I subscribe to. I think notifications are annoying. I don't need to be emailed when you posted a video. I'll find it. If I like you, I'll find it. But yeah, I'd appreciate it if you like my video, if you like them. I can never tell if they're going straight or around the roundabout. But yeah, if you do decide to buy a rad bike, please use my link. That'd be awesome. I'm not trying to beg for referral revenue or anything like that, but it'd be cool. But other than that, I appreciate, even if you don't hit the like button, even if you don't refer a link, just for watching my video, I appreciate it. Leave a comment, ask me questions. A lot of people have been asking questions about like my video on headlights. Put my headlight and my tail, my turn signals and my horn. So a lot of people have been asking questions about that, which is awesome. I love getting questions and trying to answer them, because it seems to be like one of those videos or one of those things that there's not a ton of information about it out there, especially with certain in and outs. I'm gonna go this way. I think I burned my back brakes in now, so they're gripping a lot better. They're warmed up. There's a lot of people with RadRunners, Rad Rovers, or e-bikes in general, but if you want to add turn signals to it, there's not a ton of information out there. It's kind of like learn as you go. And a lot of it is just basic information that of electronics or wiring, that if you work on cars or work on bikes, motorcycles, then you already know this information, since like you probably have to rewire or something. But if you've never really done that stuff before, it's kind of like new territory. But yeah, so I try to make that video and just try to help people and at least give people a starting point to maybe maybe do some of that if you want to, which it's still pretty superfluous. You don't need them. Well, I personally think you don't need turn signals. I think a horn's a good idea, but it's not needed. I personally think if you're going to ride at night, you're going to need a new headlight. Most e-bikes, they come with a headlight that is just there to let people know at night that you're there, but it's not going to light the road other than a spotlight right in front of you. You can get better coverage out of a light that you can get from a $5 flashlight that you buy at the gas station than you can get from what comes with your $2,000 e-bike. Oh, jeez. We're junk in the road. Yeah, but appreciate everybody. Please like and subscribe, like I said before. Comment, let me know if you have any questions, or if you want to be positive. If you don't want to be positive, then don't bother. But then overall, it's been super great. Thanks. Till next time.